Hello, welcome back. This is gonna be a pretty big yap session, so apologies in advance that this is all over the place. First off, internship. I just finished doing my dry run practice presentation in front of my managers like 30 minutes ago, and prior to that, I had finished 10 minutes before that. So, long story short, my final project for my internship is a joke because I'm taking complete credit for something that I did not make. My managers told me to do that, and it's literally just using our company AI to like automate a process for like, sorry, I thought I heard something. Automating a process for like one singular thing out of like 18. Like, what I'm doing is not that impactful. And so I was very obviously reading from a script, but they liked it. They gave some critiques I thought were a little weird. Like, they were critiquing how much I was quantifying everything, but like there's no other way to really make it seem like what I did was like super life-changing and big and impactful without really getting into the nitty-gritty numbers. And they're worried about whether it's accurate or not, and I'm just like, dude, who cares at this point? I just want to be done. Excuse me. So yeah, but it didn't go as bad as I thought it was gonna go, and that wasn't like my final presentation. I'm doing that on Tuesday, but that's also in front of a way bigger audience, so it's a little intimidating, but I'm hoping things go pretty well for that. I have some treats here. Shark gummies and these milk chocolate pretzel balls that I might actually not end up eating because I don't think that those two go well together, and I'm mainly craving the gummy sharks right now. Like, look at that. So gushy. I've been inspired recently. Apologies, I don't know her full channel name, but this girl named Hallie makes like YouTube shorts of like candy and like snack reviews, and not even just like regular snacks, like pretty damn niche snacks that you find at like Marshall's and like TJ Maxx in Burlington. I didn't know they had fucking snacks at Burlington, bro. And yeah, she's inspired me to be like, whenever I go to Target, I'm gonna get myself a little snack treat. You know, bring some joy and whimsiness into my life. I've had these before. I bought them in college, and I don't think I finished them for like 2 months. That's probably a good thing though. Maybe it is a bad thing that I'm now buying snacks, but I mean, I've had these for like over a week, so it's not like I'm going through them like really quickly. It's just, it's joy and it's whimsy to have a little treat in your house and just snack whatever you want to. A reasonable amount. And then the milk chocolate pretzel balls are just something my dad brought home, and I don't really like them that much because I'm not the biggest fan of milk chocolate unless it's like a high quality milk chocolate. And I finally caved in and bought Tony's chocolate bar in milk chocolate, toffee, and pretzel, and I wanted to try it like on recording because I was inspired by, I should know her name because I watch her videos all the time, another food reviewer, you know, the lady with the red lipstick. She lives in LA. You probably know her if you've seen her, but she was like raving about these chocolate bars, and I like couldn't really justify the price because I'm like, these are so expensive for a singular chocolate bar. But then again, they are made ethically, unlike many other chocolate companies, which are not. So I was like, you know what, I'll just cave in and buy it. It'll last me a couple days, and it did. And I tried to record it sorry, my neighbor is like leaving her house and I'm scared she's gonna see me. Okay, anyways, so I wanted to try it on camera. I don't know why I said camera like that. On recording, and you know, I had something going, but I think that was one of the days where I was like really like pissed off at something. I don't fucking know. I think I was like in a bad mood, or like irritable mood more say, and my brother wouldn't leave the house. Like, he was ready to go to the gym, but he kept like edging that he was gonna go, and then he just didn't go. That is definitely not the word to use, but sorry, I keep thinking that somebody's home. Whatever. And so I went into my basement with a chocolate bar, and I put it in the fridge too, and I didn't let it sit out enough, so it was just like a very terrible video. I think it was like 2 minutes before I just was like, we're not gonna do this right now. And once my brother left, my mom came home like 5 minutes later anyways, so I was like, okay, you know what, whatever. And then I just couldn't really find another time that I was home alone where I could eat a goddamn chocolate bar and talk about my problems in front of my phone. And then I just ended up finishing it one night. It was damn good though. I wish that they sold the dark chocolate Tony's chocolate bar in my Target, but they don't. So that's unfortunate. And the most like highly regarded one, it's like the hazelnut one. They don't sell that at my Target either. I'm like, you're slacking, Target. Also about my internship. And yesterday was terrible. So I've like overslept for my internship while working remote a couple times. Only twice it's been pretty bad, to a point where like my manager noticed. Yesterday was one of those days. I had accidentally overslept until 1 p.m. and I probably would have kept sleeping if my dad didn't bang in my room and be like, what the hell are you doing? So, you know, I immediately, like, my backpack and my laptop were downstairs. So, you know, I ran downstairs, I get my laptop, I opened Teams, and my manager sent a message at 10 a.m. saying like, hey, whenever you're online, I'd like to remind you of like the hours and like, you know, the expected hours you're supposed to be working. And so I just start completely crying and hyperventilating, and I'm just like, fucking great, because this, I'll be honest, was the second time within 2 weeks that I had done this, like, where I was 4 hours late to being online. And so I can't just send her the same message again, being like, oh, I'm so sorry, this will never happen again. I decided I should low-key be a little bit transparent and be like, hey, I have been off of, okay, I didn't tell her this, I'm telling you guys this. I have been off of SSRIs, like, pretty suddenly for like a month now, and it's very much affecting my energy levels and sleep. Yes, I have scheduled to go see a doctor once I'm back at school, because I obviously still need to be medicated. This is a terrible idea. I don't recommend anybody doing this, but I was running out of my current medications, and I couldn't get more because they were prescribed by my school's nurse or whatever, and I can't contact her over the summer, and in order to like refill it on the CVS app, she has to approve it. And I tried requesting, obviously nothing. I kind of expected that. And so I was like, you know what, whatever. I know I could have just seen a doctor here, but I don't really like talking to my parents about this kind of stuff, because the last time I mentioned to my dad that I need more medication, or I think I mentioned to him switching medications because sertraline is just not doing its job anymore. I think he mentioned, like, you don't even need to be on that anymore. And I was like, oh, I kind of do. And he kept, like, asking why, and it's like, I don't want to talk about this with you. So that didn't really go anywhere. And I also have, like, very minimal free will to go anywhere without my parents being nosy. So that's why I do everything at school. But yes, literally, I think, like, 2 days after I move in, I scheduled a appointment with my school nurse, and she prescribes things like really quickly, so I have faith in her. Hopefully we'll be all good soon. And yeah, so point is, I suddenly stopped it. I didn't really have a choice, and it's been affecting me negatively, especially with sleep. So it's been much, much, much harder to wake up, and my energy levels overall have just been decreasing. And unfortunately, I think it's very obvious at my job, and I think my fellow interns and also my managers have noticed that I'm just kind of sluggish now, and it's unfortunate. So, but we're almost done. I got a solution. I just gotta be patient and thug it out. Yeah, so what I told my manager is that I was like, okay, I need to mention something about my health. So I was like, okay, I'm having a health adjustment that's been taking a toll on my energy levels and my sleeping habits. And it was a good thing I told her that, because she understood. She said like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this. And then she just kind of gave like a polite but firm reminder of the expectations. And I think I made it up to myself today, or made it up to her, whatever. I made it up today. You know, I completely grind out this presentation. It wasn't perfect, but also it was a practice run as well. So I think they appreciated that. Yeah, and now the interns want to do something tomorrow, which is Saturday. So we were supposed to do something tonight, and like I was gonna come into the office like just so we can hang out after work, because you know our internship's coming to a close, and I don't think the 6 of us have all hung out before. Usually at least like 1 or 2 people are always missing. So this was supposed to be the day where all 6 of us could finally like hang out, like get food, do a happy hour event type thing. Excuse me. And surprise, no one fucking told me, but I was the only one not in the office, so I guess it makes sense. But they were like, actually, we're gonna do Saturday. And it's like, great, you want me to come all the way out to this city on a weekend? at night as well? So my dad's not the most thrilled, because I will be taking public transportation on the way back home. Not like super late at night. I think like 9 p.m. is fine, but I don't know, my dad's worried about it. So we'll see if I actually end up going. I think it would be good for me, because I have been, not on purpose, but I have been like kind of distant towards the other interns just because of this whole adjustment, whatever. So I think this could be a good opportunity to, you know, actually like have some fun, give myself the environment and the space to really like, whatever, like just not be fucking stressed and worried about everything. So yeah, we'll see if that ends up happening. I'm still not entirely sure. I don't even know what else to talk about. That was just kind of most of what's been on my mind right now. I moved back to school in like, I think 2 weeks. Wow. That's crazy. I'm living in my sorority house this semester. I don't know if I ever mentioned if I was in a sorority or not, but I am. It's everyone's surprise. I didn't think this would ever happen either, but it has its benefits. So, yeah. I'm actually, fun fact, I did not want to move. I did not want to live in at first, and I like kind of did everything possible to make sure that I wouldn't have to live in. But now, I'm kind of excited, low-key. Because I feel like this past year when I joined, I wasn't able to become as close with any of the girls because the fact I didn't live in, and I also just had no time to actually like go to the house to hang out outside of like required events. So I think this will be really good. And yeah, except our 3rd roommate, which we did not pick, which me and my friend did not pick. Long story. She is not being very communicative right now, and so we're trying to cope and be like, okay, this is awesome, you're not giving us any information, we don't even know when she's moving in. So can try and keep calm, and we know we will not have a rough start, hopefully, but she's making it very hard. I definitely have more to talk about, but that's just kind of all that's on my mind right now, because I got a lot going through my head. Oh yeah, my college advisor finally answered me. So I don't know if I ever mentioned this on here. I'm trying to do a double major, and I recently found out that the request I put in for the double major is now being phased out. I found that out myself because no one fucking tells me anything at this school. So I then I followed up with my advisor being like, hey, like, what's the deal with this? Is it being phased out or what? And then I found out that another major that I didn't think I had a significant amount of progress in, like, would be a possible opportunity to double major. I actually am like 90% done with that major. I'm more done with that major than network engineering. And I just, that's my own fault, but also she never fucking mentioned this at all. So I was like, hey, can you like switch my request to this instead? And like, she is notorious for not answering her emails in a timely manner. Except she answered me after 2 days today. So thank God she put in that request. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just I would like it to be done. Like, I would rather not have to wait a whole semester to see it on my degree plan, because then it helps me in the long run, like, plan out things better, and just honestly makes me feel better about, like, me being on a steady path. Yeah, that's kind of it. Thanks for watching. I definitely have more to talk about, and I'm gonna be angry at myself once I end this video, but I think 16 minutes is a good length, so peace out.